Iran issued a warning on Sunday to the U.S. over potentially targeting two cargo ships in the Mideast long suspected of serving as forwarding operating bases for Iranian commandos. The statement from Iran appears to signal Tehran's growing unease over the U.S. strikes in recent days in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen targeting militias backed by the Islamic Republic. U.S. designated terrorist group Hamas officials are reviewing a proposed ceasefire deal that suggests pauses in Gaza attacks in exchange for prisoner releases. AP correspondent Rika Ann Garcia reports.
Senior Hamas officials say that the group is studying a proposed ceasefire deal that would include a stop to the fighting in Gaza and large-scale prisoner release. But the militants appear to rule out some key components. A top Hamas leader says in a public statement that their focus is on alleviating the suffering of the people in Gaza by striving for a complete end to aggression. But Hamas's numerous conditions clash with a multi-stage proposal that officials from Egypt, Israel, Qatar, and the U.S. recently presented. The proposal does not include a permanent ceasefire. Efforts continue for international mediators to close wide gaps between Israel and Hamas. I'm Rika Ann Garcia.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu claimed on Sunday that 17 of Hamas's 24 combat battalions had been dismantled. He said the rest were mostly in the southern Gaza Strip, including Rafah on the enclave's Egyptian border. This is VOA News. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in an interview broadcast on Sunday, said he was considering replacing several senior officials and not just in the military to determine who is to lead the country. Quote, it's a question of the people who are to lead Ukraine, Zelensky told Italian state RAI television when asked about the widespread suggestions he was about to dismiss Ukraine's army commander. The United Nations highest court announced late last week it has jurisdiction to rule on a request by Kyiv for a declaration saying it is not responsible for Russia's claims of genocide, the justification offered by the Kremlin ahead of its 2022 invasion of Ukraine. VOA's Arash Arbasadi has more.
At The Hague in the Netherlands, the seat of the International Court of Justice, or ICJ, the body said it has jurisdiction to rule on a request by Ukraine saying it was not responsible for genocide. Russia used that claim to launch its invasion of Ukraine nearly 2 years ago. While a legally binding decision is likely still years away, Moscow says the court has no jurisdiction in the matter. And while U.S. support for Ukraine is stuck in congressional partisan gridlock, the European Union last week announced a robust 4-year, $54 billion aid package for Ukraine. Arash Arbasadi, VOA News.
Chile's president says intense forest fires burning around a densely populated area of central Chile have caused at least 64 deaths, and officials say at least 1,600 homes have been destroyed. VOA's Tommy McNeil reports.
In a nationally televised address, President Gabriel Boric warned that the death toll could worsen as 4 large fires burn in the region of Valparaiso, where firefighters have struggled to reach the most threatened neighborhoods. Boric has been urging Chileans to cooperate with rescue workers and to heed any evacuation orders. Authorities have urged thousands of people in the region to evacuate their homes. Chile's interior minister says 92 forest fires are burning in the center and south of the country, where temperatures have been unusually high this week. Tommy McNeil, VOA News.
Salvadorians voted on Sunday in elections expected to hand President Nayib Bukele another landslide victory, with many happy to overlook the young leader's authoritarian drift after he crushed gang violence that had paralyzed life in the poor Central American country. Widely popular, Bukele has campaigned on the success of his security strategy, under which authorities suspended civil liberties to arrest more than 75,000 Salvadorians without charges.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.